Well, we've bought ourselves a new little toy because, frankly, I was just tired of the house being so filthy. So, we're going to start the day with a bit of vacuuming, sweeping up the stuff that the vacuum won't fit. And then we're just going to tackle some stuff up there. Andy's away for the day, so let's just see what is possible on my own. Okay, while it's still light outside, it's only 2 o'clock, I've been doing a bit of tidying and a bit of prep for what's about to come. Part of moving into the pink room means that we need to empty the pink room, which is currently full of plywood, other wood, a bathtub, loads of stuff, some of which will fit into Andy's office, but pretty tightly. So I thought before we start filling this room back up again, which is actually empty right now, it's time to add this extra socket. I'm not... That's better. Probably still overkill. That's okay too. So as mentioned, I'm not going to live wire this today. I'm just going to run the cables so that when they come to do the insulation, they don't need to tear up the floor to do all of that. But I thought anything I can do now to make that process faster so that all they have to do is channel it into the insulation rather than the brick is better. So while I have drawn out the lines as if I was going to chisel it in, I'm not. It's sort of like for illustrative purposes. But I don't actually want to do anything to drill into these walls, frankly, because it would just be a giant faff, and I'm not in the mood and I have too much other stuff to do. But if I can at least kind of get this done and ready to connect, it has the advantage of not having to turn all the electrics off for the day, but we can just get on it. So let's tear up some floorboards. I will admit, I'm not sure what the fuck I'm looking at. Look at this. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've just spent a small fortune having the upstairs rewired, but I've just got dead ends of rings everywhere. And I don't even understand what happened with the plug-in that used to be there, because I can't see where it was even cabled because it's not been chunked into the joists. So I'm going to pull this other one up to see if there's holes going through. I'm just genuinely confused and not at all impressed with what I'm finding under here. So that's great. All right, I've turned all the power off to the sockets. Talked to the electrician. He assures me this is not connected to anything, and it's probably just original to the house. Theoretically, I'm safe to just cut it right here. Maybe. Fucking hell. Maybe not with those ones. How many wire cutters do I have? Come on. Christ. All right. Janky ass wires, anybody? The frustration is, even though I'm sure that loop is inactive and it's been removed, that doesn't particularly help me just now. So I'm at a bit of an impasse yet again with everything I wanted to do today. Okay, so here's where we need to split from. Bunch of junk and shit. That comes down here. And unfortunately, there's no cable run beyond this one. So this joist down here inexplicably has a brick stuck in it. But as far as I can tell, unless there's another one wherever these wires go. No, so there is one there. It's like, what is the point of this? Every other joist has a cable run hole. Oh wait, there's one there. All right, so I can lean it through. Well, I think I might be able to reach it at least. So that's something. All right, let's see what we can do there then. Okay, so theoretically, I can kind of go around, through, and back over under the floorboards if my arms are long enough. Because I don't have an endless amount of wire. I've got 2.5 meters. So that should be enough to create the loop. So I'm just going to pull this middle one up, and I think that's where the hole is. So hopefully that's enough to at least run the line, get the loop in. And while I've got the power off, I might even see if I can just cut the dead ring down there that they didn't cut because they didn't pull up all the floorboards, which is fair. It just is a bit confusing. Well, they've not made this easy for me, have they? No. Just the dead loop. The good news is the whole loop is dead and I don't have to drill another hole. The annoying news is, why didn't they just pull it out when they cut it? It's easier here. Come on. Cut it with my bad boys. There we go. Come on. There we go. At least my scrap copper guys will be happy tonight. So this will be the trickiest bit of it because I'm not sure if the spider that made these is still alive. Let's see if we can pull instead of push and figure out if it comes out. Alright, well half of it came out. What about you? You see that's connected. Oh no, I don't think it's connected. I think it's tied in a knot. Oh yeah. Okay. Cables sorted. Jesus. Goodness gracious. It's not a great floor to be sitting on, if I'm honest. Let's find out if 2.5 meters of cable is enough for this one. Genuinely not sure now that I've taken all of that out. It's enough for one way. Problem is I don't want to risk using the old wire in case it ends up having a fault. I'm gonna have to order some additional wire. Annoying. Okay, let's just stop and do that real quick then. All right, well, since we got nowhere with the electrics until we've got some more wire tomorrow, let's do something super stupid. Nearly there. All right, that's how you basically wear a fat girl out. I've moved 4 of the plywood into this room. Annoyingly, the room, of course, isn't quite square because it was built 80 years ago. Why would it be? So it's like an inch out. And I cannot be arsed to cut an inch off tonight, given that we're gonna have to cut it again anyways once the insulation's in. So we'll just wait for the insulation to be in. Once we know exactly how much it has to be, we'll make one cut because this is hardwood and it's just gonna chew through blades and frankly my will to live. So one cut will be good. I've moved all of the timbers in here as well. Yes, I bought them too early. My husband gets an "I told you so," but we've got them. So I've moved about as much out of the other room as I can. I'm gonna wait for Andy to get home from his event, and then we can decide if we can be fucked to move the bed up here tonight, or if we just wanna do it tomorrow. I'm definitely leaning towards the latter because I am pooped. So I'm gonna go downstairs, do just a bit of tidying down there as well. And then I think I'm gonna sit for many hours. So we'll see you tomorrow for some very exciting wiring. Hopefully we will sleep in the bedroom tomorrow night. And then this week with Christmas, you won't see us very much. I'm hoping to have time to do kind of a look what we did in 6 months video. So stay tuned for that. The week after, however, before New Year's, we've got that whole week off and we are intending to get a lot done in here. So I think that will be a really fun and exciting week as we just recharge for the new year. So we'll catch you tomorrow.